So it is often said that Germany is an efficient country, whereas it's anything but. Quite, it is some of the most inefficient countries in the whole of Europe. If you would think of an efficient country, I would actually think of Poland, the Czech Republic, but not Germany. For example, here I have my Tages or my Gäste card, which is something you pay over €5 for in the city of Rostock. And with the Gäste card, as it says, you have access to some discounts, whatever, on museums as well, but you also get public transport in the whole wider area. It says kostenlose Nutzung des ÖPNV im Gesamtgebiet des Verkehrsplaner ausgenommen Molly und Fern. So that basically translates to me, as I see it, as you get public transport in the whole area except for boats and ferries, let's say, which makes sense. But then I was on the tram this morning, and I had a Tageskarte for the Deutsche Bahn, for the railways. And I showed the Tageskarte and the lady said, yeah, that's not valid on the tram. So actually the Deutsche Bahn and the Tagesticket are horribly inefficient. And it's a combination of the both that just shows how Germans are not efficient at all. So I showed my Tageskarte, which was €24. And she said, yeah, that's not valid on the trams, which is a bit strange because the Tageskarte is for the whole public transport as well. You can use it on buses even. But then she rejected it and I said, okay, I also have the Gästekarte. And then she said, yeah, that's actually valid. So I showed the Gästekarte and then she let me go. If I didn't have to fork over €5 a day for this useless Gästekarte, I would have probably gotten a fine because the Deutsche Bahn Tageskarte was not valid. So I would have gotten a €50 fine or something. Now the second part where German inefficiency comes into play is when I was using the public toilet here at the station, because the Gästekarte says, where is it again? Well, it says that you have access to all the public toilets in the area and the city. Kostenfreie öffentliche Toiletten. So that's what I did. I just went into the station here, there's a toilet, and I said to the people, I speak German. I showed my Gästekarte. And they looked at me as if I was from another planet or something, and they said in German, "Wir machen gar nichts." Wir machen gar nichts. It means that they take their hands off. They don't know what it is. They've never seen it, and they will not do anything with it. So they just rejected it altogether, even though it says on the paper you have the validity of which includes the day, obviously. And it says literally that you can use the public toilets for free, but they just said, "Wir machen gar nichts." So they never heard of it, they never saw it, and you basically pay for something that first of all you cannot use. Second of all, for the limited use that it has, it's so limited that you need to look it up, and it ends up costing you more time than it's worth, the €5 a day, which is a very steep fee for something that's actually not effective. And now the same goes for the Deutsche Bahn Tagesticket, which is works well for the trains if they were not constantly delayed, because Deutsche Bahn is horribly inefficient as well. I get it's a big country, but they hardly invest in their infrastructure anymore. Trains are old and delayed, not very clean either. Poland does a better job at that as well. And the Deutsche Bahn ticket cannot be used for the trams. It can for the buses, but apparently it's not valid everywhere, you know. Again, this makes a little bit of sense for the trams. I guess you could expect it's not valid, but then when you look up on the Deutsche Bahn website, it again gives you a very strange description of where it is valid and where it is not. It basically says on all the public transport, something like that, and then gives you some strange names that are not clear at all. And basically you end up with a fine if you make any little mistake, because in Germany the rules are the rules. And what they're actually very efficient at is making rules. They're not efficient at making things user-friendly or tourist-friendly. But when you break any rule, let's say their rule, for example, you're not with a valid ticket in the public transport, they will just slap you on the wrist, give you a fine of 50-60 euros, and suddenly they will be very efficient of forking over your money out of your pocket. So the Rostock Gästekarte and the Deutsche Bahn Tagesticket for me highlight what Germany is known for. If you actually know Germany, you know it's a horribly inefficient country. It puts Europe to shame in a lot of ways. And yeah, German efficiency, I don't know where it comes from, but it's a myth. That's just what I wanted to share.